from the products of Israel. This is one side of the duties. And also we are calling for unions to do the of Israel. Suppose this is one side of the forget duties. It's not against, it's against by all its policies calling for that unions to do the of Israel experience in our land. This is one, but they are against the forget the world duties. We need against, it's against by to have a program for that universities can do the experience in our land. It will help, but a lot. They are against the everywhere. We need by to have a program for that universities can do the and establish all of the world that we can have everything that also face those war criminals in Tel Aviv and in the United States in the White House.
Thank you so much. We have another question directed for you, Leila. What is the role of Hamas people struggle for liberation? How do we respond to those who qualify their solidarity of Hamas? And you're muted again, Leila.
Is a part of the component of this time. And it's it has its own ideology, but in the stage of we don't ideologies, we look about how and Hamas is a part of those who are holding arms to defend their people. Whatever they say about Hamas, control our minds, how we think about the components of the in Vietnam. It's a good example. The communists upon that we have to have a national front And they, from the one who uses his body just to burn it to the next one. Between them, there were 50 parties in Vietnam. They were in a strong front for liberation of Vietnam. And they succeeded. Atrocities they faced, the sufferings that the Vietnamese were inflicted by those atrocities. Algiers also, there are the national, they had front resistance, and all of that ended up with the independence and the victorious revolution in Algiers. In South Africa, apartheid regime from the British, from the Dutch, and I don't remember now. They were always colonized by all these. How did they liberate themselves when they were united? Now we are all united. The people, we are always united. Although, but the contradiction to us and the imperialists who support them. So this front has been done and has been established before 1967. It was PLO. PLO contained all this. But what happened after the second and the first Intifada? We marked history to our people. Has been, everyone was calling Intifada in its language as Intifada, and the resistance of a people, an unarmed people facing the arsenal of Israel. Other parties were against it because we cannot negotiations with the balance of forces was to our, not to us. On the global level, on the Arab level, it was not the way to end an intifada that all the components of the people inside Palestine, outside Palestine were involved in. Now, we have Oslo Accords signed by the leadership of Yasser Arafat, the PLO leadership. This brought us a catastrophe. It wasn't because we want to liberate our land. To liberate a land and to liberate a people, it means that we have a way to reach that goal and tools that we can have it of people around the world. So now we are united in the front. And this means that we supported the resistance and we are part of it, only supporting it, but also we are partners. Now, while it's a resistance, talking to you and you are listening to us and you want to do us to express your solidarity and to extend your solidarity in many of our people. This means that is now on the ground, and those who think that these bring us, even now they are trying to they are calling for negotiations. Before negotiations, attack should stop killing us. You can't say who is the victim now. We are the victims of this attack. Don't ask the victim how to defend itself. It can do it, but we can't in front of the neck, as Hassan said, that the sword and can give up and be together. The swords are against, and you know what symbolizes the sword.
Thank you so much, Layla. And of course, the ILUD sovereignty manifestation, Palestine, and all people struggle. Next, for both speakers, first to Razan. This is from Pino. What is your reaction on the recent Arab Islamic Summit, which condemned Israel's aggression on Gaza? Is it enough? And Razan, you're muted.
Actually, we were the only push ceasefire and use the tools they have to do that. They didn't do that. It was and billion Muslims represent the summit. It was really disappointing.
Thank you, Razan. And Layla, do you also have a response? And you're muted too.
Clearly, the question.
Yes, a response to the recent Arab Islamic Summit. And do you think it was enough that came out of that?
It's less than enough, my dear. I talked about this summit. These government peoples. That's why they did even to say any word, any oil, and they didn't use it. They can use their relations with other countries. They didn't do. They did not allow Arab countries like the Emirates to let people speak. They even that they didn't do it. I just when in my introduction I said they could have used oil, a tool to stop those imperialists attacking us and the Zionists. Because if they said that, and it's an important one, the gas and the fuel, to stop it for one day, the whole world will go against all the imperialists because they will stop to in support of the Palestinians, but they didn't do that. They don't. They are authorities.
both of you. I'll pose it to Razan first. How do we share the harrowing news coming out of Gaza without incivism?
I tried to answer this today. We should have awareness of the root causes of this problem and the heroic resistance that's taking place. And it's moral killing what's happening, but there is this heroic resistance and the resilience. It's unprecedented. Like I told you, massacres, and still they are resisting, and still they are surrendering. I think they always link these scenes of pride and resistance. The world will wake up and this genocide.
Thank you, Razan. And we do have another question specifically for Leila. What are and long-term plans of the PFLP in the course of the Palestinian struggle for national liberation?
We have a program, a political program, and the goal is to liberate Palestine, but to establish on that land on Palestine a system that is democratic for all